And it looks like we're live.
On our TikTok.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's Shoppe-Talk. That is where we talk all things acoustic instruments, and by we, I mean me, your host.
Me?
You're going to do all the talking today.
I'm going to do all the talking today.
I see how it is.
No, I mean mostly it is these three brothers right in front of me, the Chapman brothers.
Hi guys.
Somebody's got their phone going.
It's John. He's watching TikTok.
That's John. That's great.
He's watching another TikTok channel.
Welcome, guys.
It is.
Welcome, audience, to Shoppe-Talk. How are you guys doing?
I appreciate the welcome. I've seen you like the last 3 hours this morning. You haven't said a word to me, and then all of a sudden we go live and we're friends. Ha! Isn't that interesting?
Hi, everybody.
You just turn on the act.
Hey, let's get some stuff out of the way.
That's exactly right.
Page, because I said hi and nobody's seeing it.
TikTok.
Let's get the formalities out of the way, guys, shall we?
Do it.
Be sure to like, subscribe, share this post. We're gonna have a lot of fun playing some songs about mamas.
Please and thank you.
I like mamas.
Tell us where you're listening from or watching from.
Yeah, all of
Please.
the above. I like it.
Or if you're watching and listening from two different places, let us know.
Yeah. Boy, there's all kinds of stuff on here.
Send us flowers.
If you're listening from a different place than watching from.
We're just watching Hinckley get some work together here.
TikTok, they just want to make our life difficult.
Yep, I think that we might be
I think it might be Congress
out of luck on the chat there, but
one feature at a time.
You try shutting it down and
I can.
Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in?
Let's see.
Thank you for calling tech support.
Howdy from Tennessee.
Have you
Hello
jiggled-
from Montana.
have you
Hello
jiggled
from
the
North
power cable?
Carolina. I have not. I should try that.
Do that. Hey,
All
this is
right,
gonna
we're
be
do
fun.
something?
Let's do it.
We're gonna do a Shenandoah song.
Thanks,
Then we're
Tex.
gonna
Tex gives
really-
some trivia. It is Mother's Day in Mexico today.
Well, now we know.
Really, why do mothers get appreciated earlier in Mexico? That's
They
what
really
I'd like
love
to
their
know.
mamas. Mama mia? No, that's
That's not
that's
right.
fine.
That's not the right one.
Mama's Mexican restaurants. There's lots of those.
We're trying to sing?
Sure.
One,
gonna need,
two,
lyrics up.
ready, go.
Me and Jimmy Crowder and a single cigarette crouched out on the stall out in the barn. 3 months later we were sick as we could get, praying we get better before we got home. Feel on coming from the front porch today. I knew the minute that she looked at me. Mama knows, Mama knows. To my soul, Mama knows, Mama knows. Even when I think it doesn't show, Mama knows. Me and first love was memories. 15 and shy, I didn't tell a soul. How is it mama never has to be told? Mama knows, mama knows. Sometimes I think out a window to my soul. Mama knows, mama knows. Even when I think it doesn't show. Mama knows. There goes to the bridge. Passed away. Say I love you, but I got this feeling. It modulates. Mama knows. Mama knows.
I didn't want to modulate. That would be bad.
Sometimes I think out a window to my soul. Mama knows, mama knows. Even when I think it doesn't show. Mama knows. Mama knows.
Hey, Jay, you just missed it. Marty
How did
Raven
it
was
go?
here.
I know. Did you hear that?
You just missed it. Marty
Even
Raven
when
just...
I think it doesn't
Jeremy
show.
just stole my joke.
That was great.
No, that was great.
Oh, how did that go?
Hinkley, you missed it. Marty Raven was just here.
That's great.
I wasn't home when Mama passed
Let's see.
away. We gotta fix this. I didn't say I love you, but I got this feeling. Mama knows.
You didn't fix it.
Ah, do it again. I had it, but I got this feeling.
Let's see what we got in here.
Guys, how cool would we get Marty in here to do this sometime?
Start that over.
Oh, let's do it. Call Marty.
Let's call him.
Oh,
We just gotta get him out
Mario.
here.
Oh, shit, he's not even playing Solar Sea this year, is he?
No.
We've got a few requests already so far.
Yeah, we're not
How
going to do any of
about-
those. It's Mama's Day. No, we're
Okay.
going to do a bunch of them. We really are.
How about Tennessee Stud?
Oh,
Let's see.
I think you're talking about me, but Missouri Stud.
Really?
I get it.
That's my nickname.
God
Depends on what
save
state
us.
I'm in.
So, do you guys want to start off with the question of the day? We should do that at the beginning,
that.
right,
I'll
guys?
just
get
Instead
started
of towards
and give
the end,
everybody a
like how
chance
I
to
have been
answer.
previously doing that.
Yeah, it's a good
And for those of you that are just joining us, welcome. We are the Acoustic Shop, by the way. If you could like
By
and
the by.
subscribe or follow from whatever channel you're watching,
Surprised Hinkley didn't abbreviate that to BTW.
BT Dubs.
BT
We are
Dubs.
the Acoustic Shop, yeah. You made me lose my train of thought.
Sorry.
We are taking your requests. That's what I was going to say. We
I
were
got a
taking your
question for
requests
you.
and
Are you
questions.
using the TikTok app for us to see the comments, or are you using the browser?
See, whenever I opened up the live stream, oh, sorry about that TikTok. Also, I am looking at your request. We got a request to play the Wreck of Edmund Fitzgerald already. We did actually
Good
play that
Lord.
last week.
so-
But we're having a hard time
down.
seeing your comments on our browser. I can see them right
lame.
here. So it takes
Why is it
me
gotta be
to
that way?
it takes me to Microsoft Edge, yeah. It's weird that
Hey,
it,
try opening it in Chrome. Just
Okay.
by the way.
By the way.
I think copy
We're working
link.
our way. We're working our way around this,
Yeah,
guys. We're
guys.
doing stuff. Welcome with us.
Don't
Again,
mind us.
TikTok every single week wants to play games with us, so we
We're
can't
great
see
last
our
week.
comments. Yeah, and then they don't.
That's just
I
been
don't know
opening
why
in,
they want to be that way.
Ba-da-da-da-da. But
You have to open Chrome at the bottom and then
yeah,
paste
and just
it,
copy
and
that link and paste it.
yeah.
You can do it over the
Oh,
mama
if
knows.
you guys could only see what we're doing. This is really interesting stuff.
Yeah, what is the question of the day, guys?
So,
She's working on
let me go ahead and put that up real quick. We are posing this question to everybody, obviously, not just the Chapmans, but it's actually Teacher Appreciation Week. So we are appreciating Jeremy and John as teachers. And Jason, you taught people as well at some point, right?
He was such a
Kinda?
horrible teacher. He would
it. You know
like
what?
scream at
I was
kids.
just talking to my
Really?
kids about this yesterday. And life is school. I'm always in school. And I'm always teaching. And I'm always learning. That's just the way it is.
James, we appreciate you for that.
That's a good response.
Teaching us how to down a zebra cake 10 minutes
I
ago.
do all this stuff and log in now. Okay, so that's besides the point. So the question of the day is, who was your favorite teacher, and how did they impact you? Specifically, we can do musical teacher. You guys have talked to many greats. Who do you think is somebody that has taught you well, or has looked up to you? And same thing with the crowd out there. It doesn't necessarily have to be musical, but who was your favorite teacher? How did they impact you? That should be on your screen now.
Bring up that QR code, Hinkley.
I had
gotcha.
so many different ones that I wanted, that I have cool stories about teachers, but I have the world's worst memory for names.
I was going to say that. Like, I hear these guys on the radio and they're like,
Really?
back in second grade, Miss So-and-so was the teacher that made the biggest impact on me. It's like, I know I had a teacher in second grade.
Really?
I think it was a lady.
I told Hinkley this story yesterday. I have a teacher that made a big impact on me, but not in
You
a
had a
good
crush
way.
on her. Oh.
No. That was my first grade teacher.
That's
No,
creepy.
my third grade teacher, she was mean. She hated boys for some reason.
Hated
Every
boys.
boy did everything wrong, and all the girls did everything right, and that ruined me. Then I dropped out after that. I wouldn't go back
You
to
dropped
school.
out of school in third
She was
grade.
hateful.
Musically, Charlie Provenza out in Colorado was the big impact on me. Incredible mandolin player to this day. He does a lot of cool klezmer and Italian stuff, but just an incredible musician, but very patient with me when I was learning, because I was probably not the best student as far as practicing at first.
The more I see Jeremy's son, Avery, the more I realize Jeremy was just like that.
The more I realized, like, they did not diagnose ADHD back then, but I told Shannon, I know, like, it would occur to me then that, like, I just sat through an entire day of school and I don't remember anything that happened in school. Like, I know that I was just, like, staring into space and just kicking my legs and disrupting class.
I remember seeing Jeremy playing mandolin in a chair, and he's just doing this the whole time, just
Staring off
kicking
and
his
kicking
feet.
my legs and not even sure if I'm playing the same chord as anybody. I totally had it, and Avery is doubly there.
Doubly.
So yeah, Charlie Provenza was probably my biggest influence musically as a teacher.
As a music teacher, mine was Peter Schwimmer. I spent a lot of time with him. A true musical genius, very smart. It was an interesting bunch of lessons because I think I kind of met him in a musical space. He was way up here, and somehow we found a weird spot where it was different than any other communication, and he would teach me a lot of great stuff. The best part about him was he could show you anything on any instrument, and he'd show you 25 variations. So basically, my lessons were recording 25 variations and coming up and learning all that stuff in that week's time and going on. My favorite, though, music teacher, I had a teacher in 7th grade, 6th grade, 6th grade, whatever middle school would have been.
6 or 7.
6, I guess 6. And I was in orchestra class. And
Orchestra.
And I guess it was 7th grade when this happened. But I had done my 6th grade, and I'd done earlier versions of the school orchestra.
Spit it out already, God!
Anyway, I faked my way through that. I did not know how to read music, and I just could listen to stuff and copy it and play it. And I did that for many, many years. And then took her to that 7th grade year to recognize that I was faking it. And she never, ever told anybody about that. But what she did was held me after class and said, hey, I've been noticing you're not reading. And because I was doing pretty well in that class. And she goes, to keep you from being embarrassed, why don't you stay over every once in a while and we'll work on it. And she taught me how to read music correctly. And then I could do it from that point on. But she didn't want to discourage me. So that was a pretty awesome thing.
I like that. My teacher never caught me, because I was the same way, where I could basically read it the first time through, then I would fake it just from learning bluegrass. You learn how to memorize melodies. And I actually got to 3rd chair in the Denver Middle School Orchestra, not being able to read what they put in front of me.
By the way, his technique.
There was only 3 chairs.
Yeah, there was only 4.5 chairs.
Guys, Denver Middle School.
That's great. I think I'm going to read some that people are putting out there. Bluegrass Picker says, Jeremy is a great teacher. Oh, here, let me bring up those comments. My bad, guys.
They don't know him.
Logan says his dad got him playing the banjo, and now he loves everything bluegrass. That's awesome.
Yeah, I should have given credit to Dad, but No, he's a great banjo teacher.
Bill is a
Dad.
great banjo teacher.
He
He taught me how to take a punch.
And get back up and take another.
Quit being a
That's
punk.
not true.
My
Mr.
dad
Dog.
Hey,
raised me.
why is the bass player so grumpy?
He just has the grumpy face.
What are you guys talking about?
You always
I'm just
have a
saying
grumpy
good
face.
song.
Surviving
You
by
guys
Time
reading-
Studio says,
I'm
why is
trying
the
to
bass
figure
player
out
so
why
grumpy?
TikTok's not working. I'm doing stuff behind the scenes while they're just sitting here staring at the
Well,
wall.
do you have to look grumpy
I
while
like
you're doing it?
I like
scary.
this comment a lot. John Washburn says it's great that Jeremy has been resurrected, but he enjoyed last week with Liz and Corey. We said you died again, Jeremy. Sorry about
Ends
that.
up
I'm
Jeremy
kind of like,
keeps dying.
what was he on South Park? Kenny.
Kenny.
Yeah.
Guys kill me off every other week.
He died.
I was at a baseball field trip with my daughter, and she really appreciated me going, so it was worth dying for.
I see what's the important part in your life.
Mr. Dugman says that when learning a song, how many times do you practice to really get that song down?
Oh, so many.
Well, see, that last song we just played, we practiced. Me and John went over it like 3 times, and we still messed it up. So I would say 40.
I never messed up.
This is a good question, and it totally depends on the song and what you're actually learning. But when I'm learning a solo, it's not even just the song. It's like one section. I'll sit there and do like that same...
Also, very annoying when you're driving down the road.
Which
in
sounds
a
exactly like
vehicle.
the rest of what he plays. But
I've gotten really good at that.
over
No, but you just work on the same thing over and over until it's basically you're ingraining it in your subconscious. I tell students this a lot, that if you're playing a song at full speed, you don't have time to consciously think like notes or fret numbers like 4-2, 4-5, 4-2, oh. You can't really do that. It's just a subconscious. So lots of repetition. And then when we get together as a band, when we're working up stuff for recordings especially, I don't know, we'd probably go over it 100 times or more to really work out all the
especially
details.
vocal parts.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Lots, and then do it
The
more.
answer is until it's right, I guess. Right?
We were just talking to Jens Kruger about that last week, and then I got to watch the video that Birkenstock did about the Kruger brothers, and Uwe was talking about that Jens would play 8 to 10 hours a day playing the same thing over and over and over, and everyone looks at him as like this banjo genius, but doesn't really give credit to the amount of hours it takes to become that.
I remember when I was doing
Accomplished.
fiddle contests all the time, I would play the same 5 songs for probably 3 to 4 hours a day. Just those 5 songs, even after I knew exactly what I was going to play, because I knew a contest was coming up, and I would just play those over and over and over and over.
We've talked about this, and I'm preempting one section of the show where we're talking about what we've been watching. I finally got on the bandwagon of Last Dance, and Jordan, that's the exact thing. I mean, nobody appreciates how much more than everyone else he worked, and shooting the
First
same
in,
shot
last out.
over and over and over until you almost can't miss. Same thing musically. It's just, there's no limit to the amount of repetition you need to be really good.
We should probably
So-
do
Except for
another
me,
song.
I'm just
Well,
one
Hinkley
of
had
those
something else he was
naturally.
gonna say
Oh,
there.
Hinkley, what are you going to say?
I was gonna say, yeah, you guys should play a song. Real quick, guy on TikTok says that he's got about 10 minutes left and really wants to hear the wreck of Edmund Fitzgerald. Do you guys want to do that?
Bring up the
Bring it up.
lyrics.
Gotcha.
There's 1,000.
I'm going to play it
Oh, guys.
on my Boucher JP Cormier signature guitar that just came in.
We're gonna
Was it
do it for
Tyler or
you,
Corey? I think
Dan.
it was Tyler was telling me he heard that when Gordon Lightfoot died, you know, in the end of this, it talks about them ringing the bell 28 times for the dead.
29 times and then
29.
Yeah,
30.
they ring
I
it
wrote
one
you
extra
short,
time
I'm
for.
They rang it 30 for Gordon.
I think that's really cool.
Church bell chime ring 29 times.
Okay, you guys good?
Yeah, to honor Gordon, they ring it one extra time.
As a vision the dawn when the river on down, the Great Lakes they call Gitchigoochee. Lake it is said never gives up the dead, till the skies of November turn green. In the mold of iron ore, 26 tons of gold, makes a little Jarrett way of tea. ship that drew and a bone that was chewed when the gales of November came rolling. Stay in the A quiet for the second chord. Pride of the American side, coming back from Wisconsin. Raiders go, it was bigger than folks, and the crew and the captain well seasoned. Returns to conversation when they're reloaded for Cleveland. I can't do that. Later that night when the ship fell in, it'll be the north wind that we're feeling. When the wires made a tattletale sound and the wave broke and rolled over the railing, every man knew as the captain did too, it was the witch of November that came stealing. The dawn came late and the breakfast had to wait, and the rain was sliding. The afternoon came, it was drizzling rain, and the face of the hurricane was wind. Well, James. I did his E minor for the second one. lives on from the Chippewa on down to the great lake they call Gitchigoo. Where they said never gets up the day when the gales of November came rolling.
What a story song.
It is. I wish I could follow lyrics and phrasing better, but yeah, that was a great tune.
I'm singing a high key.
Oh,
high.
all
And
right.
Yeah, a little higher.
That was
There you
good,
go,
guys.
Anyway.
TikTok fan.
He said he's going back to work. Thanks
All
for
right,
joining
go to
us
work.
still, Dan.
I want to go back to work.
They had the Gordon version of that on the PA next door, and had the electric guitar rocking on it and stuff. I gotta say, as great of a songwriter as he is, and how impressive that is, I think Tony's version was better.
Yeah, it was. It really was. We were discussing that last night. If you are a Gordon Lightfoot fan and have never heard Tony Rice sings Gordon Lightfoot, you really ought to, because his versions of Gordon's tunes were some of the best ever.
Yeah,
I really had that discussion last night, literally, so
Yep.
it's pretty amazing.
Have we tried out
Somebody
the new
asked-
LR bags?
Yeah, we've gotten a few questions, so we're going to try and blow through them. Do we
Have
sell
I
the new...
tried it?
No, they say, are we selling it?
Do we sell the
do
new
we still
bag
have the
sci-fi
new
pickup yet?
LR Bags hi-fi pickup yet. We do have it, I believe, it's still over there for sale. We just got it in.
Did
I
we get
think.
one in?
Yeah, we got one
just
in
got
on
it
Tuesday,
yeah.
I think.
I think we still
Yesterday.
need to take pictures.
You better hurry up.
actually.
I think that's the only one. And
Yeah,
they
it's
said
the only
they
one.
didn't
for
have
now.
enough to fulfill all the orders
No.
initially.
We got in on the very first batch of those, and we did get one. He made force through on our order. We talked to him at a
Should we
show.
keep it and then make a review with it?
That's up to you. We'd have to install it, but
Divided by Time wants to hear
Heard
the
by-
Gilligans Island theme. You guys do that? I don't know.
what is it? What is it?
Well-
What is the beginning of that?
Captain, the skipper to a millionaire and his wife.
What's the first one? What's the first?
I don't remember.
First,
Oh,
what's the
ship
first
ran out of the hill one day.
You don't have the right melody.
That's all I can do.
Favorite.
That's not right.
No, there's something a little off on that.
I've never tried that before. I'm gonna switch guitars. Hey, this is, by the way, for you guys to know, we just got this in. This is the Boucher JP Cormier signature guitar, his OM. Very cool guitar. Rosewood back, just got it in. Thermal cured top, has the slot through peg head, cutaway. Great guitar, and I know these are very sought after guitars, and we got one in, so we'll start with that.
I gotta
And
say-
I have so many guitars to play
I
today.
used to watch Gilligan's Island every single day, like every episode of that.
I saw them almost get off that island.
That's it.
Shields and outdoor shops for dogs.
Had to put an ad in there.
Real quick, could you guys answer Danielle's question? Often, this one right here. Often wonder if jazz teachers are pulling my leg when they say you need to learn to play a song in all 12 keys. How many keys should you learn to play a song in bluegrass?
I don't know a need to learn it in 12 keys. That's silly. That is just silly. Learn it in the keys that you want to learn it in. I mean, it's a
I
good
got it
idea
right.
to have some other alternatives to do, but yeah, learning the keys you're going to sing it in.
There you go.
All right. So on guitar, definitely with the capo, I would say learn an open position version of it, and then
gonna
try
be
and do a
honest with
closed
you
position.
guys.
Mandolin,
I think
same
that's
thing.
silly.
Once you learn a closed position, you can play it in any key. So
I just still think it's silly. For most people, they just learn the major, key. If it's an instrumental, learn it in the couple that most people would
Instrumental
do
stuff,
it in.
yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. And then just learn it in the keys you're going to sing it in.
guys, I got a potty break.
All right, he's
While
going
you
to
guys
be
discuss
honest.
I appreciate your honesty.
Well then, moving on to the next question from Jamie. We carry Gibson mandolins, but are we going to start carrying Gibson acoustic guitars?
So this has been a thing, and again, I think you guys who are fans, it's time to be honest with you all.
Uh-oh, more honesty.
More honesty.
Boy.
We started out 10 years ago. This is our 10th year, by the way. In case you haven't
my
seen our new banner,
goodness.
this is our 10th year as the acoustic shop. When we opened up, we knew that there was a need for higher-end acoustic instruments that other stores in this area were not servicing. But that said, we have a lot of high-powered stores. This town alone, Springfield, has 3 top
Counting
100
ourselves.
dealers, including ourselves, of the
NAMM.
Of NAMM's top 100. We have 2 of the top 200 highest grossing stores in America, in the
3
world.
if you count
3.
Guitar Center.
Yeah, if you count Guitar Center. So 3 of those. And so we started out knowing that those weren't getting some of the models and things that you guys want to see. But that said, they also had a hold on dealerships. And it has been a struggle for us to fight and get stuff. We started with Eastman and a couple other, Recording King and a few other small brands, and have built those up. In fact, built them up to a point, in case you guys have never seen this.
What you got there?
We just got awarded this at NAMM. This is the top #1 sales of acoustic guitars and mandolins in the entire world for them. We are the #1 dealer. We've sold more than anybody else.
For Eastman.
Which is awesome.
Eastman.
Huh?
You
For
didn't say
Eastman.
Eastman,
Yeah,
yeah.
for Eastman.
I don't know if they could read
and that's-
Sell more acoustic guitars than anybody in the
Yeah,
world.
that would be
ever.
awesome. That would be awesome. But that
of them.
said, it has been hard. So the big stuff like Gibson, Martin, Taylor,
We struggled
and
for about
all of
6
those.
of those years to get Gibson mandolins in the shop. And then they were going to let us have guitars too. And then one of the other stores said, no, you're
No.
not.
Yeah, one of our competitors said, no, you cannot have those. Even though they're not
Competitor,
carrying
schmeditor.
those guitars that we would have.
That's what I say.
And
Competitor, schmeditor.
Yeah. And the same thing with Gibson. We have stores that just don't want to allow us to do that. I think we would carry things that none of them would ever stock. So here's the answer to you guys. We would love to carry more Gibson acoustic guitars, especially some of these vintage reissues and things that they do so cool that we understand. The Martin
That the
guitars.
other stores just aren't carrying.
aren't carrying.
They want to keep the brand, but don't want to really stock that stuff.
And I'll tell you what it's going to take. It's going to take you guys, the consumers, to tell these people, hey, this is not being serviced by the people I would love to see done. I would love to see the acoustic shop be there. And if you guys do that as warriors for us, we would definitely appreciate that. So contact these companies and let them know, hey, we'd like to do that. So there's a reason why. They were not at all carrying mandolins, so we were able to sneak in on those. But brands like Collings and Martin and Taylor and some of these
Gibson
other
guitars.
ones, Gibson guitars, they've been a big fight for us. And we're still working on it. Every year I work on it.
Will not give up.
Nope. But I think we can do it. I think with your help, we can definitely do it. So thank you very much for that.
So, if we could move on to Gibson mandolins. Actually, Jeremy, do you want to talk about what you're playing today? And then, John, maybe you can come back with the guitar that you got.
Sure. This is our last Gibson F5 standard, F5G, and it's got a gorgeous back on there.
Try to shred that a little more.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a really good mandolin.
Hey.
We had requests to have some mandolin family instruments here today, so I brought those. The tailpiece on my Mandola was broken, so Liz replaced that in a hurry.
So if you guys have, we'll do that also in a moment. If you guys have any requests for specifically
Got it.
songs with Mandocello,
Octave, Mandola, and Mandocello.
and Mandola, definitely let us know. John, your guitar.
What are
I'm
you
switch.
playing?
Oh, yeah.
I'm playing my old Epiphone.
Epiphone.
EpiPen.
It's actually an epiphany. That is an epiphany.
I'm playing my old EpiPen.
No.
If he eats any peanuts, he's got to have that.
Really?
I switched to the Thompson, Preston Thompson DHRA. This is a Honda and Rosewood Adirondack top. I had a guy in the shop playing this last night. I could hear it from my
Is that
lesson
a D
room.
hurrah?
And this is one of the loudest guitars I've ever heard. Jason's about to
Does
get
it make you
blown
say
up here.
hurrah?
Case raw. It's loud.
Does it say hurrah every time you play it?
It does. Raw!
Hurrah!
Because HRA.
I got you.
Let's play a song.
Somebody
You wanna
asked
go
for
back to
some
some
sort of instrumental
requests?
thing, Jared, so blow us away with whatever that was.
Do you have a Mama instrumental song?
I'm trying to think if there's anything like that.
No.
How about Rebecca? Isn't that Rose Mama?
Yeah, it is. Rebecca, do that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It was Herschel Sizemore's mama. He wrote it all about her.
I don't know if he wrote it about her, but he named
He
it after
named
her.
it after her.
And maybe this happy feeling his mommy exhibited.
Go for it, Jared. fine, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Jeremy,
Thank you.
that was so
you very
good.
much.
That was a Herschel Mama
Herschel
song.
Walker.
No, not Herschel. It was a Herschel
You got a
song.
question?
Ebo.
There was once a guitar store in Shawnee, Kansas called the Ozark Music Store. That was not associated.
That was
with
not
us.
associated with us. I didn't even know that existed.
We have a
I know where
TV show
Shawnee
called The
is.
Ozark Music Shop.
We do
but
have a
again, it
TV
has
show called The Ozark
a
Music
PP
Shop.
and an E.
If you have not seen that yet, you can go to that YouTube channel, the Ozark Music Shoppe. Lots of episodes of our TV show that runs here on our local CBS affiliate, as well as all over the internets. And that's a pretty cool place. And lots of great guest stars in there, acoustic music musicians.
What should we start with?
Yeah,
Should we start with
this is
this?
pretty cool. Sure, what are you going to play for us,
I don't
Jared?
know. What can I play on a cello?
Carol requested Shenandoah. I don't know if that's a...
That sounds cool. In
Can you
here.
play it in D?
Whoa.
Play it out of an A position.
That's a silly looking guitar you got there, Jeremy.
A.
What is A?
A for you, D for us. You're not tuned up to C.
I bet, Trent tuned this for me. I bet he tuned it down to a G.
Trent!
Tuned like a mandola or a cello. But that's a G note. Oh, you got it at a B. Looking at me like I don't know what an A position is.
I was trying to figure out what he's doing. He's just weird.
Well, can you give any information about what that instrument
So,
is?
I will tell you exactly what this is. This is a Mandocello that Jeremy picked up. The cool thing about Eastman is Eastman builds so many different Mando family instruments that you can get semi-affordably. You can get into any. And this is actually 805, I believe, 815.
I don't know what they would call it for this body.
MD
805 is what they called it.
C 805. Mandocello 805 800 series. So this is kind of their top stuff. Arched Adirondack spruce carved top, maple back sides. Very gorgeous. We saw this at a NAMM show once. They were showing it, and Jeremy played it and just fell in love with it and got it. And now he has a Mandocello. He never uses it, but he has
Is
it.
it the one from the NAMM show? Or
We actually, it was being shown at the NAMM show and then brought in here.
Is that exact one?
And then we brought it into the shop. It sat for a little while, and Jeremy's like, I gotta have that. So he ended up keeping it.
Today, actually, if you guys haven't seen it, we did post a John's Guitar Vault. It's a little series where we go over John's collection of guitars. And that actually was an Eastman Jumbo that you got from a NAMM show.
It is the actual prototype of the AC
prototype.
630. Great guitar. This is the very first one built, and again, I had to have it, so.
If you haven't seen that video, check it out on our YouTube channel for sure.
That's better. Alright, so we're going to do the Shenandoah.
Mandocello.
I got lost on the chords.
Do you like my really fast D-tune to Dadgad tuning?
I liked it so much that I didn't even pay attention. Oh, this is a fun instrument.
Nice. Are you gonna bring out another one of your fun instruments or something?
Okay.
Do it. See how
I
many
like this comment from
mandolins are
Rocky, our good
offended.
buddy. Do you see this, John? He tore into his Madagascar, reshaped the neck, like the
nice.
action, and likes it. It's not too chubby.
What? There you go.
So this is an octave
Is that the
mandolin.
Madagascar he bought at...
No, he made one. He
made one.
built one that's
I was
really,
going to say, if that
sounds
was a
great.
Madagascar he bought from us, you can't return it now.
It avoided the warranty.
Get it?
We probably can't even fake Smoothie song, right? Thank you,
No.
Trent. So this is an octave mandolin. It's the same as a mandolin, but an octave lower. They do like a Celtic one, like Whiskey Before Breakfast or something. I think he was playing a bouzouki for that one because it was tuned slightly differently.
I think so. I don't know. Everybody says it was a...
I think I got it. What are you doing?
Bassoon.
Noise.
Hey, these have all been Eastmans. The cool thing, I mentioned this
I
in one
said
of the shows,
I said it
where you
just
can own
now.
all of them
Yeah,
without
'cause
spending
they're
a
affordable.
fortune.
Yeah. Or at least that's what I attempted. I think I started to say that and then I didn't say it.
You can build your own little mandolin family. Have one big happy.
The whole
Eastman
damn
mandolin
family.
Yeah.
All right,
We
intro.
got the mama
A
and
new
the
guitar.
daddy.
And the papa mandolin. Yeah.
All I'm missing is the piccolo. Eastman needs a Mainland Piccolo. I'll get the hind piccolo.
Piccolo your
Guys,
nose.
check out the back of this mandolin. I'm sure that camera's on this.
Oh
Is
my
that-
God, is that
Yeah, it
gorgeous.
is.
Oh, look at the back on that. Baby,
You gotta lighten
got
it.
some back.
Angle it a little.
It looks like worms are
There
going
you go.
across it. Big old thicky worms.
Get the wormies.
It's got the worms. Jeremy Worms. Jeremy Wormies.
So you got the mandolin and then the octave mandolin, and then you got a mandola that's tuned to a C, and an octave lower than that would be the cellos. They're kind of like, the cello is the octave mandola, which is what this is.
Yep.
Iggy Chubb says he has, I think it's his, is that club?
I have a
It's club,
tendency
yeah.
to keep things
Too
too long. Car for 31 years, wife for 42. Oh, ouch.
Stereo for 44.
Stereo for 44. Epiphone FT120 for 46 years. I think it's time for a
Trade
new
the wife.
guitar. Yes,
Trade
New
the wife
guitar,
for a
new
new guitar.
car, new wife.
or two.
Keep
Now,
the
42
car,
years, that's pretty good.
keep
huh?
the stereo, keep the guitar, trade the wife.
Guys, I got married late, and there's no way I'm hitting 42 years. Like, not just because I don't like her, but because
Not just because.
Not just
just
because.
old people, we're really old people.
Did you just say just because?
Can you cut that? Cut it. Hi, Shannon, I love you.
You can
No,
make 40
we're going up
years.
on 10 years right now. I would be 80.
Yeah.
I guess it's possible.
It's definitely
Jeremy,
possible.
it seems like the people in life that last the longest are the biggest pain in the ass. And if that's the case, you're
I'll
going to
be
be here
110.
forever. You are immortal.
But that is quite an accomplishment, 42 years.
Switch guitars right now to the newest guitar added to the guitar Gallagher guitar staple here. This is the brand new Bluegrass Bell, the first one built Madagascar, I believe, out of this production build. Torrefied top, very vintage-like.
I love the look of it.
The idea of this guitar was to build a
Forward-shifted
more
bracing?
vintage, forward-shifted X brace, more of a Martin style pre-war guitar, Bluegrass Bell.
I'm not going to say we made David change his headstock for this guitar.
No, it's
but we
between
influenced it.
Me and that Rocky Northern guy, we kind of did that, and we both kind of fought really hard for a squared peg head. And so this now has the first ever squared peg head for them, a more vintage guitar.
Although it still pays homage. Homage to
You know,
with the,
a lot of people give traditional guitar guys, grief for needing the squared peg head and all that, but the F-style mandolin hasn't been able to get away from this headstock either. You know, it's once you're used to something. Banjo, same thing. You get one of those crazy banjo headstocks, and people are like, "That ain't no Gibson."
You can't even get them to get excited about the fiddle headstock that Gibson did. They want that double cut every single time. So, yeah, it's just what it is.
Hey,
It's
dude,
just
don't even
what it
complain. Basses haven't changed for 100, 300, 400 years.
Hey, let's go back
Yeah,
to
don't
doing,
even start on violin headstocks. Am I right?
Yeah, scrolly things.
Somebody on TikTok
did a
wants to
request for
see
Shady
the
Grove,
head.
which would
Keegan Hicks
sound
says
good on
play
that.
something.
Somebody on TikTok wants to see the headstock. By the way,
Of
the
this?
bass?
Oh, the guitar?
It's just a squared headstock
Keegan
rather than
Hicks.
they're more
How dare you.
we
rounded,
did it way more lower.
Waverly.
Can you believe that he would... Oh.
Hegan kicks.
There you go.
Keegan Kicks is on here telling
I
us to
just
play.
spoonified
It's
him.
Shop Talk, okay?
Yeah, I don't know who this
Go
guy
back
is.
to work.
I think we
Besides,
should
I think
probably
we played
kick
more
him.
on this episode than talk. Am I right?
True.
Keegan, go back to work.
At your other.
Yeah, at your other home with your
At your
other
other
family.
Why don't you tell them to play a song? See how that
I
works out.
I also thought about Medals for Mother.
Why don't you have them sing you an insurance policy?
with every way you want to do it. What was the song you wanted to do?
Oh, yeah, a request for Shady Grove, which I thought
Okay.
would work good on Mandola, but we tried
Did
it.
it? D minor?
The minor. I still struggle sometimes converting chords on.
It's okay. Someday you'll get talent. It'll be all right.
What? Don't tap my shoulder. Don't touch me ever again. What are you gonna do?
Hey, we're gonna do mamas. We'll do medals for mothers. Medals for mama. Medals for mama. Is that what it is? Can you give me those little lyrics to that one?
She'd win everyone.
Medals for mothers.
Medals for mama.
Mothers. Medals for mothers. There it is. Oh, I love this song. This is a good one. This is my. This is a good tune.
It's written by Daniel O'Donnell.
What's artist Daniel O'Donnell? Who wrote it?
Scroll down.
I didn't know Daniel O'Donnell did this, so that's kind of
Written
interesting.
by Betty Sue Perry.
Harry. I don't know who that is.
Who else recorded it? It was a country hit.
The first version
Osborne
I
Brothers?
know of it is the Osborne Brothers, and then later sung by Third Time Out, Russell Moore sang it. Killer.
Rhonda recorded it,
Rhonda, yep.
but Rhonda likes the Osborne Brothers, so that's why.
Either way, we're gonna do it.
You do it indeed. That's pretty high.
I practice it. I think I can do it. It's gonna
I
stretch
think you
me.
should lower it. I think you should.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give her a head.
I honestly think this might
Nope,
be
I'm doing it.
detrimental to the live stream if you do this.
We're gonna lose all our
Jeremy,
subscribers.
can you second this one?
I got this. I
And,
got it.
Go,
Don't worry, guys.
Can we go to?
Put on your compressor.
Jason,
I got this.
Your objection has been noted.
Can we go to C? Possibly B.
I got it. I got her.
Oh God. Which one do you
I
take,
want to
Jeremy?
stretch.
If there's
He's gonna
I'm not gonna stack above him.
middle.
Medals.
I'll take
do.
I'll take low tenor. Okay, let's go.
I got this.
That's yours, Jeremy.
Medals.
Medals.
Okay, we're Can't do the melodies.
I dream Mama walked up the heavenly stairs and medals for mothers were given up there. They mentioned a million things Mom did for me, things I took for granted and never could see. If there's medals for mothers, for all of the deeds they've done, if there's medals for mothers, Mama, you'd win everyone.
That was good enough, right?
You want to bring it down? You may want to scroll. A medal for honor was pinned on her there. A medal for patience and kind, loving care. A medal for duty. She won a
down a bad path and let's switch parts.
Go up.
Change instruments. That's a good idea.
Oh, that was so fun.
Ook Pick, that's a great song. How do you do that again?
I don't
Oh,
remember.
okay, that's good.
I gotta say, that was probably my favorite part of the whole day.
I like Jason says, all right, here's your part, and then we start singing it, and he sings my part.
No, you didn't sing the right part first.
Rewind it back
No,
to
you
the
didn't
first
sing the right
verse.
part. The first note you sang.
No,
Wait, you went.
I hate to do this, Jay.
you
But
sang
you
my
did
part.
sing. You did sing his part.
No.
You told him
Jeremy.
what part you wanted to do. You were
Can you
wrong.
rewind the tape,
I heard
please?
Jeremy singing my part, so I went to the other one. Jeremy
Preemptively.
does.
That
He
was
assumed
my-
I was going to sing his part, so
That
he just
was
went
my
ahead.
favorite tune. I want to do that again next week, exactly the same way. Everybody sing as high as they possibly can and do them wrong.
That was great.
Well, Jason was right. We just lost. I just saw 10 viewers have
Disappeared.
unsubscribed.
Unsubscribed. Oh my God, that was great.
What's another
Wow.
Mama song out there, guys? Mama Tried.
Oh yeah. First thing I remember knowing was a lonesome whistle blowing and a youngin's dream of growing up.
What does he think? D's his new key.
Go up, down, not knowing where I'm bound. No one can steer me right, but Mama tried. One and only rebel child from a family meek and mild. My mama seems to know what lay in store. In spite of all my Sunday learning, toward the bad I kept on turning. Mama couldn't hold me anymore. And I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right. Mama tried, Mama tried, Mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading night and night. Please only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. Way back, wow, bom, bom, dear old daddy, rest his soul, left my mama heavy load. She tried so very hard to fill his shoes, working hours without rest, wanting me to have the best. No one to steer me right, but I refused. And I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right. But Mama tried, Mama tried, Mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading night and night. There's only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried.
If you guys aren't going to do the licks, I'm just going to do the ending.
Close. All right. That was a Mama song.
It was
I like
a
moms.
guitar lick.
So, do you guys want to answer some comments?
I guess we could do that if you really
We
want
can
to.
highlight some
We got
comments.
a request for Hand That Rocks the Cradle, but I don't know that one that well.
Okay.
That is a good one.
Isn't that
though.
Johnny Cash?
You also have another question. I believe that Danielle is talking about runoff. You
Oh,
see
yeah.
that? Yeah. What's the reason for that?
Okay, so yeah, we've had this actually show up. I had a guy here recently sent me a message. It
Yes.
kind of cracked me up.
What
He
are you
sent
doing?
a message on a post that we had for a guitar that said, "Hey, these this top obviously does not match. The left side does not match in color and light reflection as the other side. Since it doesn't, will you give me a discount for this?" And I said, "No." Here's the deal: they're not that they're not
They're
matched.
perfectly book matched.
They're perfectly book matched. They're perfectly lined up to do it. But when you take a slice of a spruce, when you open it up, you split it in half and open it up like that. And sometimes the light reflects. It's called runoff. It's due to how it grew and the change of the reflection of
changes
the
the
angle of the wood fibers and as it grows. So let's say that tree started to grow and come back towards me. When you open it up, the two of them are now going different directions in the way those wood
I heard
fibers are
somebody
and how
give a
they
good
reflect.
analogy. It's like when they do the baseball fields and they have the mower go one direction and then it comes back the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
It's just those blades of grass laying down a different direction. And
Exactly.
that gives you that kind of different pattern look.
and
It
this
makes
comes directly
abs-
from bourgeois.
Yeah. So
it's not like we're making this up
No.
to sell more guitars.
This
is what is.
100% no effect to the guitar in any way, sound or deal. It is perfectly book matched. The only thing it is a cosmetic difference, and it is much more hard to get perfectly perfect cut ones that have no runoff on them.
I think it can change with the angle too.
Yeah.
If you turn it, all of a sudden they match, and then they're back to not matching.
Exactly.
That's a big
It's
point
the
also
light
on our
reflection.
with our lighting at our studio. It makes a huge difference on a lot of these guitars with runoff because a lot of times you don't even notice it in regular lighting, but with our lights, how strong they are, they reflect very hard on runoff.
And like I said, it is a zero cosmetic deal. Those instruments in the $10,000 to $12,000 range, you will see way less of that runoff because they refuse to use that. It's part of why you're paying so much. They're throwing away so much good pieces of wood that they won't use to get that. So again, you have to pay way more for those pieces that don't have any runoff at all. But that is what that reflection is. It just has to do with the lighting and the way it grew. It's perfectly normal. It happens throughout every guitar. We brought in that 47 D28 and I looked at the photos of it. And even though the finish being old and worn, you still see major bits of runoff on that particular top. So very common.
There you go. Moving on to some of our questions I've curated of the week. I thought this one was a good one. And it's on their screen as well. Will they ever add thermocuring to the tops of Eastman 00 slope shoulder models anytime soon?
I have not seen that. We're not sure how this is going to go down
I bet they
in the
will.
meetings. I bet they will at some point.
The same reason that they switched all the other guitars to thermocure.
I see yes and I see no. What they've done is that the thermocure has become so popular in the E10s and E20s of standard models that they have now discontinued E6, 8, and 6, 8, 10, and 20 in anything but thermocured. So you will only see those coming out soon now. So for those of you who want to save a few $100s, there's still some of those coming in that are being built right now, and they're slowly making their way over here. But in the near future, they're going to quit doing it. And the reason was they sold 10 to 1 thermocured guitars last year.
You're
or
welcome,
more.
Eastman.
Yeah, compared to their regular counterparts. So they're going to move away from those. Now with the 10s and 20s, that's all they offered was the standard, in the SSs. They only offered them in standard models. So they didn't say whether they're going to change that or not. It's a possibility that they will, but then again, it does cost them less to not do it. So I don't know.
But there is the other side too, where any wood or guitar builder has to buy a big supply of wood and then let it sit for a long time and age and cure. Where the advantage of the thermocuring is they can just pre-age it and get building a guitar right away.
But the second side of that is I also know the supplies for 10s and 20s means that it's a Adirondack spruce supply, and that comes from Old Standard, and
So
they
pre-aged.
have already pre-aged and dried those tops way before they will get to Eastman. So, the answer to that question is maybe. That's really it. That's all I can give. Maybe it can happen.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll see.
You skipped over
You'll
one
know
thing.
here.
Doing
You
that
will
one?
absolutely know here. First, as soon as
one
I
here up there
find
where
out,
you-
I will let everybody know.
Yeah, I don't know if I actually meant to put that one in
Okay.
here. I guess it does. Yeah, actually, I didn't mean to do this one. Sorry.
We did the Weber A comparison video.
So this was a mandolin comparison video. Elle is asking, how much of a difference does the sound from mandolin to mandolin make?
Was the wood.
How much of it was the wood and how
Was
much was
the
A style
wood.
versus F style?
That could be a good point.
I think one thing I found with a lot of these great builders like Weber and Gibson and just the list goes on is they're getting really consistent about getting the same tone out of each piece of wood. So yes, they are organic, but a master luthier is getting the most of the tone they're looking for and get consistency out of every one. That's the
And
advantage.
they're more choosy in the woods that they use, so they're more similar woods. If they're doing a model like Weber, for example, when they do a Yellowstone, they choose a certain type, grain width of wood out of those instruments.
So if you
And they
put
pick that for
if you
those
put
ones
5
especially.
F-style Weber mandolins in a room and played them, the variance between them would be a lot less than if you got just kind of an entry-level mandolin where they just basically treat them all the same. So they're very consistent. So I'd say the majority of that was the difference between the F and the A.
I'd agree.
Especially on those two. The woods on those were pretty matched. They could even came from a lot of the same batch. That's the other thing. We went up to Ryan Fish's place, which you're going to have a video of that soon. The guy that's now bought Weber, but he was building them back in the day. And the wood supply they're using for their A's and F is pretty much the same wood supply. Out of the same piece, they're getting multiple mandolins. So
I think that's what you're seeing in all of the boutique and high-end instrument manufacturers now is consistency. The more expensive high-end build instruments now is truly about consistency. Right now, if I get a Gallagher guitar, a Bourgeois, a Boucher, from model to model, there is a consistency all the way across.
Especially now that they're able to get, all these companies are doing all these scientific approaches to building these guitars. So they study what
measuring the response.
Yeah.
It's so much more so than the lower lines. And, you know, I know
even
it's
older
weird for us to
instruments.
say it, but it's also been in the Eastman line because of their hand voicing and hand selecting that they do. You're seeing more and more consistency, even though they're at a lower price point. So
And that goes back
there's
to
your
like
difference.
vintage instruments. You talk about variants. There's a lot of old Martins that,
Weren't that great?
yeah.
At the time, they
And
were hiring
especially-
anybody that could put
You want to
together
talk
a guitar.
about something that's very variation, I'm stuck. Lloyd Loars.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about the most
I played some duds.
second to Stradivari. I'd say Lloyd Loar is the most valued instrument out there. Those 20s Loars, and there's been some that have just not been good.
Nope.
They still sell for a
Not
lot just
good.
because of what they are. But yeah.
Somebody paying $100,000 for a mandolin that may not be so great.
What's next, Tinkley?
Next one is a question from Sam. This is a Facebook one. This was actually on our Takeover Tuesday yesterday that we got posed this question, but I think we ended the stream a little soon. So, does the Octave Mandolin have more versatility than a Mandocello or Mandola? Really, which instrument has the most versatility?
I think a Mandela has the most versatility. He actually helped change a continent.
You're such an idiot.
You're right.
I knew that was
Nelson
coming.
Mandela. No, the Mandola. I think for a player, it's easier to play an octave mandolin because
It's the most versatile.
I was struggling on both the Mandola
It is
and the
the most
Mandocello because you got to convert your chords and you're not playing in the key of C. All those things shift around and think of it quickly is more difficult.
If you were to go and say, I'm a mandolin player, which am I going to be able to actively put into a set list easily? It's by far the octave.
And add to
Even
the
if you're a
fact
guitar
that-
player, pick up
yeah,
an
that's what I was
octave
gonna say.
mandolin.
Yeah, it's-
The octave mandolins are better for guitar players too, from the space.
Wider
range.
space.
and plus it also falls into the same
Open
key
key.
characteristics of what most of us play in our
backwards.
positions. The Mandocello and Mandola, once you understand it, it's not
if you
that
sat
hard
with
to
it for a
do.
while and it was in your
you
head,
have to
yeah.
really kind of work with it. But if you were to say, I'm just going to go and get me one of these, which will I be able to put into my playing style and use on stage?
Octave mandolin all the way, yeah.
It's not even close, in my opinion.
And then it looks like Danielle was speaking off of the runoff conversation earlier. Do you see more runoff on aged top finishes versus natural finishes?
shows
So
up
you
more.
mean, I would say, there's two different questions that can be posed here, and I'm going to assume that yours is in age tone finish, what do they call those?
Toners?
Toners, yes, I would absolutely agree with that. That is one of the things I don't like about vintage toners, which is just adding pigment to the finish. It does show up more so, but
It
I
shows
will
up more
say,
so in torification.
I think
too.
it's the opposite. In my opinion,
so?
maybe I'm wrong. In my head, I remember this as torified ones show it less. For me, I think they tend to show it less. But the aged toner finish magnifies it because it's such a dramatic color difference. Because you're going this dark, you're lightening and darkening the two sides, and with a dark finish, you really darken it. And you see a brighter version. So I think in aged toners, yes, you will see that show up a lot more.
And then-
I'm thinking of so many Martin guitars that I saw when they were using that really orange toner. It was
You know
a
what this
major
tells
variance.
me is we need to do a YouTube video on what is runoff.
Runoff. I agree.
It'll be a fun one.
And we can put that into the ideas category.
Do you think you could fake ook pick or not?
Not even trying.
learned the chords at one time. Yeah, that's a beautiful song. We should do that on YouTube.
No, I hate that song.
Ook pick. It's like a Canadian or a ook pick.
I don't know. Scandinavian, maybe. I don't know. Something right about that.
Okay.
That was for Stanley.
You know what we haven't talked about?
What have we not talked about, buddy?
If you guys want to talk about what you guys are watching.
What are you watching?
Other buddy.
I told Hinkley I couldn't answer these questions today because I've honestly been trying to go to sleep and not watching TV. I've been really tired since we got back from these trips.
Oh, it's hard to catch
My
up.
kids wear me out. I don't know. So I'm gonna
The
abstain.
new Marvelous Mrs. Maisel's on, so we've been watching some of that.
I started watching that and we both fell asleep on it.
And then we were also still catching up on Yellowstone.
I forgot that.
Oh, did you hear the Yellowstone news?
Yeah.
They're fighting and they're
Spin-off!
gonna end it.
Spinoff.
They're
They've
gonna-
already announced.
It seems like
that they're gonna do
Costner's
a
also
whole
got
nother
the
one.
same thing going on in personal
Well,
life.
they've got a bunch of stuff, but
No, they're doing a whole. This will
With that
end this
cast?
year. They're going to go to another era with new characters.
well, they got the 3 6s coming out soon.
Guys,
or
I gotta
4
say,
6s.
we're catching up on that. It is the most soap opera script and acting.
It's high. It's
Like,
absolutely
it's Dallas. I
modern
remember
Dallas.
Yellowstone
Our
is my
speaking of
mom's Dallas,
Speaking
yes.
of Mother's Day, Mom used to watch Dallas all the time. There's a theme song we should work up. Anyway, she used to watch that all the time, and this is just as dramatic
Every
and,
bit.
and phony. And
It's the modern Dallas.
I don't see why everyone's in love with what his name is, your wife's boyfriend.
Oh yeah, she just thinks he's the greatest. Rip, right?
Rip. It's
is
so
the greatest
over the
thing.
top, and if he wasn't, if it weren't for his history, he'd be dead already. And
Yeah.
he's such a toughie.
We got a few questions real quick on TikTok because I know you guys can't really
keep
see those
watching.
ones. Why is there
Keep
just a
using
headstock of a guitar on the floor?
Oh, guys, in case you missed it, we are the #1 dealer for acoustic guitars and mandolins in the world for
We gotta
Eastman.
put out that post very
It says
shortly.
#1 Eastman acoustic guitar dealer 2002 worldwide.
22.
2022, yes, sorry.
22. Yeah.
2022 worldwide.
Yeah, we did
And
it,
they
guys.
left enough room that you could do a G chord on there if you needed to.
Yeah, good. You could absolutely do that.
And
That's great.
these are real tuners. You can tune them. But yeah, that's
I
what
saw
it is.
two different questions. Greg Alderson.
You know what would
asked-
be we should do a live unboxing and do the what's in the box, what's in the box, and it's a head stock.
I get it.
'Cause
That's so cheesy.
Instead of Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
I saw a Will
7,
Preston
Jeremy.
Thompson ever use
7.
torrefied woods. I don't think they will, honestly. They pretty much come up with their own thing. I'm going to say it's possible. They have told us that they're going to try Sitka tops in an anniversary of what the original guitars that Preston was building. This is his 10th anniversary, so they are
They're
building
hard.
one of those, which is kind of interesting. But I don't think they're going to be torrefied. I've asked her before. They don't seem to have much interest.
I bet someday they
They've
do.
locked in on their sound and they kind of have a good idea. Price on the Gallagher, I honestly don't know. I'd have to look on
can
there.
look
It's
that.
fairly
I could
affordable.
probably
This is a
find it.
Madagascar, by the way, the Bluegrass Bell. Madagascar rosewood sides and back. I believe I picked this back.
Can we
while
all
were there.
can we all vote on whether it should have been BELLE?
I think
They
it
did
should have been-
BELL.
I think it should have been Bell.
From my understanding, David said it rang like a bell, so they called it the Bluegrass Bell. But I mean, anything bluegrass should be bell, like
like a riverboat.
I'm a rambler, showboat gambler. Big money will always be my home. I'm a rambler, showboat gambler. Big money will always be my
All right.
Anyway,
We had another request for Gordon Lightfoot. We did kick off the show with a Gordon Lightfoot song, but do you have another Gordon Lightfoot? Tony Rice sings Gordon Lightfoot. Didn't he do like?
we need another mother song.
Oh, we did have one up here actually.
another mom song?
You got Mom and Dad's Waltz or?
Ooh, I can do that.
There's a lot of rap songs with mother in it, but I don't think we should sing those.
No. Word to yours. We should,
Word,
yeah, no. We should
word,
not.
right? Did you get the price on that guitar?
Oh no. All right, I put up a
you
poll
say,
and
Drake?
I did this.
Trent thinks it's around $5,400. I
Trent,
think
you got
you're
any
pretty
mother
close.
songs? Ooh.
One more reason for my mama's hungry eyes.
Mama,
Mama never
The bluegrass bell is 5,400.
How in the early morning rain? That's a good one. Pull on the shoulder.
Wasn't 'cause my daddy didn't
Jeremy,
try.
he died last week. We're on Mother's Day right now.
Home from the forest.
Ooh.
That is not it. That's
No, it
Ginseng
isn't.
Sullivan, you dingleberry.
Which one was
Somebody said on TikTok,
from
Mama
the
tried, but we
forest.
already did that one. You can watch it on
Sorry,
YouTube.
TikTok, we already did Mama's Try.
I learned this. Oh, I know why I'm doing it wrong. It's he did an E.
We're gonna need lyrics to Home from the Forest. Home from the Forest, Gordon Lightfoot lyrics.
Oh, the neon lights are flashing and the icy wind did blow. Water seeped into his shoes as drizzle turned to snow. His eyes are red as hope for dead and the water's running low. And the old man came home. I'll remember it. From the forest. His eyes were dead.
Sidewalk as he tumbled down the street.
A dozen faces stopped to stare, but no one stopped to speak. For his castle was the hallway and his father's old friend. And the old man stumbled in from the forest. Dark and dingy staircase, the old man made his way. His ragged coat around him as upon his cot he lay. And he wondered how it happened that he ended up this way. Get lost like a fool in the forest. And as he laid there sleeping, a vision did appear. On his mantle shining a face of one so dear, who loved him in the springtime of a long forgotten year, when the wildflowers did bloom in the forest. She touched his grizzled fingers and she called him by his name. And then he heard the joyful sound of children at the game. In an old house on a hillside in some forgotten town, where the wildflowers is down from the forest. When the mighty roared, the big jets soar above the candy street. And the calm man conquers, life goes on, and the children never sleeps. To an old forgotten soldier, the dawn will come no more. And the old man has come home from the forest. I don't play it. It's that was dobro.
Nope, wrong.
20 good.
Something like that.
Anyway,
Win.
all right, there we did it. We did something. I don't know what it was. We just did it.
are we
Nobody
doing? Why are
asked
we
me
here?
what I've been watching. Yeah, I'll tell you what I've been
You had
watching.
an opportunity. It's a 50-50 splat. We could find y'all with BLL.
I guess. Okay. I still think it should be a LLE, but I agree with Jason on this one. Should have like a southern hat.
What are you watching, John?
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm trying to catch up to Succession. I got 2 episodes
Oh, I forgot about that
to
one.
do. I got the first half of the episode 2.
I want to get back to that, but we've been too tired.
Did you see that? Was that a big surprise? Oh my gosh,
I
guys!
wasn't.
you're not watching.
I'll be honest with you. I
come
wasn't
on.
as surprised as you were.
What a big.
Maybe because
turn
you
of
ruined it.
events.
You kind of was like,
primed
there's
him.
something so big, and then
Something's
I was
about
like,
to happen,
oh,
guys. Prepare
I
yourself.
know what's gonna happen. Yep. But I did. You want to know what I loved about that episode?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know this or not. That show is so closely tied to Rupert Murdoch. That whole scene where they put the paper stage on the floor when he goes into the newsroom, and this is actually based on his actual. Rupert Murdoch did that last year. Went into the newsroom at Fox and
He's a
wanted
little
to have
guy.
a big deal, and he made them put all the boxes of paper reams on the floor, created a stage, and he stood up in front of them and
Rallied the troops.
rallied the troops around that. I thought that was pretty cool.
The actors on that show are great, and I like all the brothers and sister. They all go yeah, like they say yeah. Like if you start listening to their dialogue, they all have to throw this yeah in there, but not like a question, but just like a yeah.
Like a New
Watch it.
York
Yeah.
maybe accent kind of thing. That'd be cool. I'm gonna have to catch that. It makes sense that they would get that serious.
I just like
Guys,
that.
I think we should do another song. Yeah. You know, they do it better than me.
I like
obviously,
that they are so distrusting and shady.
You know,
It's so hard to ingrain that.
And how
in
about
your
that Culkin
personality.
kid, man?
here's
Giving
what
his brother a run
I
for
was
his money.
I was watching the first
other
half of
brother's an
that
actor, too.
episode 2 days 2 days ago, and I'm watching it. My wife's sitting there falling asleep, and I said, "You know what I've come to realize? Because I honestly think this is more real to life than it not. I hate super rich people. I just really, I really hate.
Unless you
this-
buy from the
this
acoustic
weird,
shop.
Yeah, this really.
Unless you're a customer of the acoustic shop, then we love you. Shut up, John. Shut up, John. Play a song. Shut up, John.
You listen to that though. These all extreme
How disconnected
egos.
they are.
I am just like,
No, we can't say it's because they're
holy
rich. It's
And it's
just
also a TV show.
Well, it's. I think it's that they got so powerful and they don't have to care about anything or anything. And I
there
think
are some
I've
very
seen
nice rich people out
Like
there
that
that
give
guy
well.
who's making the major buy of the company. I sit there the whole time and I'm going, all right,
guy.
yeah, Tesla. And that's all I'm thinking the whole time that's him. It's that character. And I'm just sitting here like, yep, they're real. All right.
Good show.
anyway.
Good show.
Good show. Watch it. I'll catch up soon.
Okay, all you rich people that were watching, I love you. All right, you doing that?
We got time for one more, and we had a request for Wagon Wheel. If you want to get out here with that, let's do
Okay,
it.
we'll do it.
We're probably going to need lyrics for
That's
that
not
too.
much of a
that
mother
last
song.
verse.
Hey,
Rock
brothers
me
and
mama
other
like
guys.
a wagon wheel. He's talking about his
Oh,
mother.
that's true.
I think he's talking about his wife.
Rock
and girlfriend.
your mama like a wagon.
All right.
I'm gonna do this now.
rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey. Ow! That hurts. We're doing half solos.
I was doing a half solo. You're so good, I want a full solo, Jer. Walking to the south out of Roanoke, I got a trucker out of Philly, had a nice long He's heading west to the Cumberland Gap.
To Johnson City, Tennessee.
Heard my baby call my name, and I know that she's the only one.
It's like a karaoke night.
At least I will
Here's the bouncing ball.
So
Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. So rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me.
Oh my God!
Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me.
Oh my gosh!
Sound about like the original vocals.
Yeah, everyone just sing the same part.
You might as well just sing whatever you want.
That was terrible.
That was absolutely chaotic. I gotta end this live stream down.
The FCC called. You have to stop.
That was inspired by the Avett Brothers.
Actually, it was the what are the
I know who did original, but that's
They did about the same.
Jason did it, David.
Sorry, all you Avett Brothers fans out there, but
Lost our other fans.
that's what it sounds like.
Guys, thank you for tuning in for another Shop Talk. We will see you again next week. Jason will not be eating a zebra cake before show.
No, it's sugar.
Apparently, it should have been the Negra's Bell. Bell, Bell, L. B-A-L-L.
You were wrong.
No, it'd be E-L-L. Yeah.
I know. No E.
You were wrong, Jay.
Maybe we're influenced by the Shoppe.
There was only
Maybe we
11 votes for it anyway.
Thanks, I guess. Yeah, I agree. You're welcome, I think. Thank you guys so much. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, please do that. It helps us grow this channel and spend more of our days doing this than working. So please like, subscribe, share, and comment, and we'll see you again next week. Tomorrow's going to be, we're going to be filming some videos for YouTube. We may go live a little bit on TikTok, but otherwise,
TikTok.
John's got his
Say thank you,
New
New
TikTok.
Guitar Thursday. Thank you, TikTok. We appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, see you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye!
You guys have a good week now. You guys take care of yourselves. Don't forget to
I got it, Corey.
call your mama. Be sure to call mom.